I gonna do? This case is on the docket for next...
Kanan, I got a file on my desk this morning. The person I'm supposed to find is you.
Do you believe there's a God, Catherine?
Yes.
Do you believe if you pray very hard for something, God will answer your prayers?
Not necessarily.
I've been praying that woman didn't recognize me, even though I knew she did. But even then, I've been telling myself, what difference would it make? How could she possibly find me down here? It's funny what the mind does. Not once did I ever think about you. Have you told anybody else?
No. Why did you run, Kanan?
I was 20 years old. I was scared. Jail isn't a place you want to be when you're 20. But every year after that, I didn't go back. It got a little easier. Finally, I just lived with it.
Does anyone know?
No. So what are you going to do?
I think the question is, what are you going to do, Kanan? What?
What is it? You're scaring me. Just tell me.
Catherine found something out about me, about my past.
What?
When I was 20 years old, a year before I came to the tunnels, I was in a car accident. coming home from a party one night. A little boy was killed. I was arrested for driving while intoxicated.
But you don't drink.
I'd had a couple of beers. I haven't had one since. The other day, while I was topside, the mother of that little boy spotted me. She's bringing it all up again.
How is she bringing it up again?
Livy, I ran. 16 years ago, I jumped bail and I ran. There's a warrant for my arrest.
Then what you told us? Why you came here?
It's a lie. Everything I told you was a lie.
Not everything.
Catherine says I have to go back up. I can't ask her to lie for me.
No. No.
When I was talking to him, I kept seeing this look in his eyes. He wouldn't ask it, but he was begging me. Can't I just let it go?
How much trouble is he in?
He killed someone.
He jumped bail. He hid out for 16 years. He was spotted and he ran again.
If there's a mistake he hasn't made, I don't know what it is.
Now he has a wife and a son. He's begun a new life.
10 other desks in that office. Why did this have to land on mine?
So you could help him.
Yeah, all right. Well, check it out and get back to me. Yeah, all right. I'll talk to you later. Kathy!
Yes?
Those case files I put on your desk, one was a DWI.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, the mother's here.
What? Why?
She wants to talk to you.
What about?
I don't know. She's in the conference room.
Oh, well, Joe, I haven't done anything with it.
I know. Look, just go in and see what she wants. I'll stick my head in a few minutes and rescue you, okay? Is there a problem?
No. No.
Yeah, I need a second opinion.
Mrs. Davis.
I'm Catherine Chandler. I'm the deputy district attorney assigned to your case. But I'm afraid I just got it, and I haven't really had a chance to do much with it yet.
Have you been able to do anything?
No, not really.
Well, is there something you'd like me to do?
No. Not really.
Are there any questions you want to ask me?
Not yet, but I do have your phone number if I need to call you.
You think you're going to find him?
We will do everything we can.
And how long will it take? A week? 2 weeks?
Mrs. Davis, I don't want to make any promises.
I'm sorry. I can't believe this has all come back.
Excuse me, Kath, but...
Joe, I'm in the middle of something. Can it wait?
Yeah, sure.
I'm very sorry. I know how uncomfortable this makes people.
Don't apologize.
What will happen to him if you find him?
Well, he'll be brought up on charges, and there will probably be a trial.
And how long will that take?
Maybe a year until it gets into court.
I wish I'd never walked into that hardware store.
Mrs. Davis, don't you want to see this man found?
I want it for Joey.
And what about for yourself?
I just want it over. 16 years ago. In less than a minute, the world changed. I lost Joey. After that, his father left me. He couldn't take me anymore. Neither could my friends. And then 3 days ago, I saw that face in the hardware store. I don't want to go back to where I was. I'm going to lose everything all over again.
I was withholding information from her she needed to know. Part of me wanted to tell her about Canaan, to promise her that the end is in sight. I don't know what I'm supposed to be here, Vincent. Am I a friend or a prosecutor? How can I be both?
You follow truth.
The truth is, most of the time, I think the people we prosecute deserve to be punished. But I know Canaan. He's a good man. And I know what he means to all of us. Where is the justice in that?
Perhaps in making it possible for these two people to finally release their burden.
To do that, Canaan has to come above. I don't see any other way.
There is none. Father and I'll talk to him.
If I go up, if I turn myself in, what do I say? I've been a good guy, trust me. I've been a good guy for the past 16 years. I haven't had one drink in the past 16 years. Do you think they're just gonna take my word for that? Don't you think they're gonna wonder if I am such a good guy? Where all my friends are? Why nobody is standing up for me?
Catherine will be there.
Catherine can't say any more than I can. Not to the judge, not to that mother. They're going to put me on a witness stand and swear me to tell the truth. And what do I say? I can't tell them where I've been living or what I've done with my life. Is that fair? Is that justice?
We're all supposed to be a family here. We're supposed to take care of each other. How can you just send him away?
But for the safety of the community, we cannot harbor a criminal.
He isn't a criminal.
There's a warrant out for his arrest, and he has admitted the crime. Technically, he is a criminal.
Technically, he's one of the most decent men you've ever met.
Has Catherine explained to you that because this is your only offense, The sentence may not be as harsh as we thought.
Vincent. I live with that night. A day doesn't go by where I don't think of it. There isn't one thing I've done that isn't in some way trying to make up for it, to give back. To give something back. Because that's my sentence. I'm already serving life. I had friends above, a family. I was going to college. I had a life. I read in a paper 8 years ago that my father died. Said he was survived by his wife, 2 sons, and a daughter. Another son was deceased. That's me. I'm deceased. I don't exist anymore. All the topsiders wanted was 1 or 2 years of my life. I'm the one that said forever. I'm the one that said this is going to be forever. And now you're telling me that I have to go back and serve their sentence too?
Kanan, all we're telling you is that your presence here jeopardizes the whole community.
Then we'll leave.
No.
Yes. Yes, you know the tunnels. You know places. If these people don't want us here, we'll find someplace else.
Livy, this is your home. This is where you were born.
Olivia, no one wants you to find someplace else.
And don't ask me to say goodbye to someone I love. And don't ask Kanan to try to fix something that can't be fixed.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Miss Chandler.
Right, Cliff.
Morning.
Have I got to talk to you?
What's up?
I met this woman last night.
Congratulations. Where'd you meet her?
I met her at the grocery store.
That's a healthy start.
Right, Cliff, this is serious. This isn't just any woman. In fact, she isn't like any other woman I've ever met.
So she wasn't wearing spandex?
Excuse me, did I just say this was serious?
I'm sorry.
Now, my next move with this woman could affect the rest of my life. So what's my next move?
Call her.
You don't think it's too soon?
No.
Okay, good. So far, so good. I did. I called her.
This morning?
Yes.
What'd she say?
Mrs. Chandler.
Mrs. Davis.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's okay.
Is something wrong?
I just haven't heard anything.
I'll be up in a minute.
Yeah, sure.
There's a coffee shop next door. Come on, let's go sit down. Well, we are working on your case. I just don't have anything to tell you yet.
Have you been to the hardware store and talked to the people who work there?
No, the police will cover that.
No, they aren't. I was just there at the police station. Nobody is working on this case.
Mrs. Davis, has something happened? What's happened?
I want him found. It's all such a joke, you know. 16 years ago, my life was going along just fine. Everything's fine. Kanan Evan comes along, and boom. Last week, my life was wonderful. Great job. Great man who loves me. Kanan Evan comes along. My life is falling apart again. I haven't been to my office in 4 days. I'll sleep. just I keep seeing him.
Kanan Evans?
No, my little boy. Every time I close my eyes, I see him. Everywhere I look. I see him in that car. He looks up at me and he says, "Mama, help me." But I can't reach him. I can't even touch him. I told him I loved him. I don't know if he heard me. The man who did that for my child has never spent one day in jail.
Kanan Evans will be prosecuted.
Oh, you kidding? They're never going to find him. Nobody's out looking for him. And then they're going to start telling me that I have to learn to live with it.
Yes, but they can't go and live in the tunnels outside the perimeter.
Oh, they can. They can survive. It's just not the life any of us would wish for them.
Olivia was just being rash.
She has her own concerns about Kanan going topside.
Hmm? Yes, I suppose she does. Well, what are we going to do?
We can't ask Catherine to lie. Why not?
We may have to, Vincent.
Or maybe you could just feed Kanan to the wolves.
No one is going to feed Kanan to the wolves.
Not being friend.
But our rules state quite clearly.
Our rules don't apply here, Father.
Or we have to change them.
Or make an exception.
We can't do that. This particular rule is the fundamental principle to our world. It speaks to the trust we are able to have in each other, to our very security.
We should wait for Kanan's decision. The decision has been made.
They're going.
Kanan's leaving. He and Olivia are packing.
They're not serious.
Are you forgetting what Kanan has meant to us?
No, I am not forgetting. Unfortunately, what Kanan has done for us is not the point.
What the hell is?
Father, Kanan is no more a criminal than you or I.
It's not going to help anybody for him to turn himself in.
It'll help the mother. A woman up there is being destroyed by all of this.
Because of her own vengeance.
That is not true.
People, we're talking about Kanan here. We don't even know this mother. Does justice belong only to the people we know? No. We're saying the mother has friends topside, and Kanan doesn't.
I am his friend.
Then let him go.
We're leaving. Libby wanted, something we left her.
Where will you go?
I don't really know. There's nothing more to talk about here, Vincent.
Don't do this.
Don't do what? Don't stay with my family? Don't care for them?
Don't be cared for here, you know that.
No.
Prefer to run from this for the rest of your life.
I'd walk into hell if it meant I wouldn't have to face that woman. I would. I can't face her, Vincent. I don't know how.
With courage.
I don't have that kind of courage.
You do?
No. If someone took Luke, if someone did to Luke what I did to her son, I'd never forgive them. I'd tear off my arm if I thought it would bring her son back. I would do anything.
Then face her. That's what she needs. That's the only thing you can do for her. Then do that.
Won't do any good.
Would give her somebody to blame, and then I would give her somebody to begin to forgive.
She's never going to forgive me.
You've never given her that chance. You're afraid there's nothing you can do for this woman. There is so much you can do for this woman. You can change her life.
What do I say to her?
Why can't we go with you?
Where would you stay?
I don't care where we'd stay. We'd be with you.
Lily, I already jumped bail once. Do you know what that means?
No?
It means they're going to keep me in jail. Now you have to stay here.
Come back to me.
I will.
So how did you find him?
He turned himself in.
Will I be able to say anything to him?
Yes.
I don't know what to say to him.
Say anything you want. He'll listen.
So what's his story? Where's he been?
He has a family, a wife, a 10-month-old baby.
A boy or a girl?
A boy. It was hard for him to leave them.
I'm so nervous.
Can I get you something? A glass of water or something?
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I am too.
What though the radiance which was once so bright be now forever taken from my sight? Though nothing can bring back the hour of splendor in the grass, of glory in the flower, we will grieve not. Rather, find strength in what remains behind, in the primal sympathy which, having been, must ever be, in the soothing thoughts that spring out of human suffering, in the faith that looks through death, in years that bring the philosophic mind.
I'm not asleep.
No.
Mm-mm. Just in that wonderful place in between.
Where everything shimmers and floats.
Am I floating?
Yes. The great burden has been lifted.
They both seem finally freed. Now maybe the healing can begin.
Rest now.
As long as you keep reading.
O ye fountains, meadows, hills, and groves, forebode not any severing of our loves. Yet in my heart of hearts I feel your might. I only have relinquished one delight, to live beneath your more habitual sway. I love the brooks which down their channels fret, even more than when I trip lightly as they. The innocent brightness of a newborn day is lovely yet. The clouds that gather round the setting sun take a sober coloring from an eye that hath kept watch o'er man's mortality.